I've been single my entire life. I'm going to be turning 42 in August, and I've never had anybody love me or desire me or want to be with me. I have so much love that I feel like that is inside of me with nowhere to go. And I've gathered all of this love since I was in high school, and then it just sits there and it eats me alive sometimes.
I'm 38 years old. I've never been married. I've never had children. I have 3 cats in my house. But it's another Christmas that is about to come and go where my relationship status is the same. And it's crazy because if you had asked me 10 years ago if I would be single at 38, I would have been like, absolutely not. And if I am, then just me now. You know?
Y'all, at 38, I just finally decided or accepted that I'm probably not going to get to be a mom or a wife. I've always wanted to be a mother. I've always wanted to be a wife, you know? I'm probably going to be lonely for the rest of my life. And I will say this, it sucks. Everybody I'm surrounded by, they have their own families. I'm the only one, and I feel so left out. I feel like I missed out on so much, and it really sucks.
I'm about to be 29 years old in less than 2 months, and I've never experienced romantic love. I've never been in a long-term relationship, and that's embarrassing as fuck for me to admit. Even more embarrassing, and it feels even more ick to admit, is that I would like to experience that.
This is my story right here. I spent my 30s in a relationship with a man that I was very much in love with and expected to marry and have a kid with. And when I was 38, he left me for a 20-year-old. And I'm going to be 47 in about a week and getting close to the end of the perimenopause phase. And there's a lot of intense emotions that I feel about this. In some ways, I'm okay with it. I have taken care of children my whole life. And there's a part of me that's like, great. But there's another part of me that is immensely sad. I even knew what I was going to name my child. Like, I've thought about her for decades. And it really pains me to know that I will never know her.
I'm lonely and sad, and the world is hard and horrible. And I was thinking this morning that, like, no one's laid next to me in bed. I've never had the comfort of someone's arms around me. When I've had difficult moments, I've gotten through them by myself most of the time. Now I have a beautiful family of brothers and my mother and my dad when he was alive, and I love them. I'm grateful for them. But there's something different about having somebody that's there for you, next to you, with you, and it's a different kind of loneliness if you've been single all of your life.
Here's one of my kitties. Look at this little baby girl. This is Willow. Say hi, Willow. And I have such a complicated relationship with this time of year. I really do. I don't know what it is, but it's almost embarrassing. It is. I feel embarrassed to be 38 and single and never married. I also think a part of me feels forgotten by God or the universe because I feel like I've done so much internal work on myself, and yet I feel like I can't seem to attract my person into my life. And even saying all of this out loud feels really cringy. I have a really hard time not wondering what is wrong with me. And I have to stop myself from going down that spiral because it can get very dark when I start to think of the reality is at my age, I may never have children at this point, and that makes me really sad.
It feels embarrassing because it validates all the shit that my mind tells me about myself. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not good enough. And it sucks because it's like, okay, will I ever experience that? Because everyone around me has. And funny enough, I'm the first one to watch shows like From Scratch, One Day, Normal People, and I will sit there and I will cry with the characters because I think that's like the closest I'll get probably in this lifetime to experiencing that type of love. How sad is that?
And again, this is minuscule on the level of what some people are facing, but it doesn't mean that it's nothing, and I have to figure out how to deal with these feelings. But the idea that, like, I don't go home and somebody's there to talk with and cook dinner with, and
to the point where I've now opted out of dating altogether because I don't feel that it is good for my mental health. But I think the hardest part of this is that it comes with so much fucking shame. Not because of us. Like, we don't do this to ourselves. It is all from out there. Our society is so judgmental of women who didn't get married and don't have kids. And I hear it on a daily basis every single time I get on social media. I hear it from my own nieces who ask me sometimes, I don't understand why you're a woman if you didn't have children. They're 7 and 9. Where did they learn that kind of... The shame is everywhere. And I wish I could say it gets easier, but it does not. But I will say that I am getting better at taking care of myself and protecting my journey and loving it and learning to accept it. Ultimately, it is nobody's business.
Not gonna lie, making this video was hard. The emotions almost got to me. There's a lot to unpack here. First, a reminder that the value of a good man in a woman's life can't be overstated. Second, time really waits for no one. You blink and years are gone, especially for women who genuinely want marriage and children. And even things we treat as normal or guaranteed, like dating, relationships, marriage, can be genuinely hard for some people. It doesn't come easy to everyone. There is a happy ending for at least one of these women, but before we get there, here's the next chapter of their stories as the years went by.
Well, I'm going to be turning 39 a week from tomorrow, and I am still single, and that makes me sad. Yeah, my own cats are running from me. If you had told 25-year-old Rihanna that on her 39th birthday, she would still be unmarried with no children, I would have laughed in your face or been so angry in disbelief, because that is not what I envisioned for my life.
Okay, I turned 40 this year and I've never been in love. I've never been in a relationship, and I've had no one ever ask me out on a date. And sharing that is really shameful for me, because I can remember being in my early 20s and being with a group of new friends that I didn't know very well, and them all talking about like their first kiss and dates that they've been on, and thinking about how to pretend or lie that I've had experiences that I've never had.
During my 20s and most of my 30s, I was focused on my career. Relationships were not a priority. But at the end of my 30s, I'll never forget kind of having panic attacks, thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done with my life? How could I have let all this time go by and not have figured out the relationship thing?
In my early 20s, I was never that girl that wanted to get married right away and have a young family. I wanted to be able to experience life. But probably around 25, 26 is when I was like, I do want to be married. And it has just never happened for me for whatever reason. And I have spent years wondering what is wrong with me. Is there something about me? Am I just not supposed to ever be with someone? And the reality is I don't know if I will ever find my person. And I hope that I do. And I want to have children. But at what point do you let that dream go?
You just end up getting so comfortable with what you know that even if you want more, lust for more, long for more, it's like, well, this is how I know my life to be.
And I know that like there's still time. 39, you can still have children. There's still time to accomplish all of those things. But it does make me sad to be going into another year of my life without anyone.
I've tried to do things to help. I've frozen my eggs and I'm online dating and doing all that. I woke up one day and I realized that I'm not married yet because I haven't met him. I haven't found him yet.
But I do feel like because I've gone without it for so long, there's this sense that I don't deserve it, and that maybe I'm impeding myself somehow, because I feel like anybody wanting me or wanting to love me or experience what it would be like, like there's something wrong with them if they want to. And maybe that is putting up a wall that I can't see.
Well, I'm here to say she's wrong. She is absolutely deserving of love, full stop. And even if it came late, even if it took an unusual path, God didn't forget her. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the happy ending. Here's Mia and Sam.
I never would have believed that I could find this type of love. I had completely lost hope. I will never stop saying to hold on. Life can surprise you. You are worthy and deserving of the love that you seek right now in this moment. Thank you for following our journey, our love story. So on this day of love, I want you to know I hope it finds you. Love in all its forms, platonic, familial, and yes, romantic love as well. It's okay to seek it and want it. Happy Valentine's Day, my friends. Hi, my name is Mia, and this is the first time in all of my 42 years that I can say I have a Valentine. Let me share our love story with you. 2 days after this video was taken of me on the Oregon coast, I would go on my first date with Max. This was the fit check from that video. TikTok introduced us and was with us from the beginning. Max is how you all have known him because he preferred to stay in the background. And while that was his preference, he never dampened or censored what I chose to share, always sure that I would respect his boundaries and timetable, and I protected that fiercely. The days together turned into weeks, which turned into months, and each new experience was special. It had taken me decades to get the chance at love, and I wasn't taking what was developing for granted. I go back to that Oregon trip a lot in my mind. He had messaged me right before, and I almost let fear stop me from answering. I'm so glad I took the risk, that I said yes. And I can honestly say that I would feel that way even if things hadn't worked out. Too much of my life I've spent saying no. I've spent not believing I deserve good. But I do, and you do, and I hope it comes for you in a million ways. And just like I was sharing with you that beautiful seashell, I'd like to share Max with you with his permission at the same time that he's being revealed on the Tamron Hall show. By the time I post this, it will have aired today on their Valentine episode that I filmed earlier this week. February marks 6 months for Max and I, and he has brought more light into my life than I can ever explain.